Hello, this is Matthew, and I welcome you to another episode of Unrewarded Intelligence, the channel that offers you free information about expensive matters. This week, the cryptocurrencies market is still in tension and we see a lot of movement due to Putin's special operation in Ukrania. We have Bitcoin to $39,193.90, $1 is 2,310 sats, and Ethereum at $2,615.33. Following several weeks of suppressed on-chain activity, Bitcoin saw a large increase in activity across the board. Active addresses rose by over 9%, new addresses grew by 7.8%, daily active supply increased by a whopping 41.6%, and transaction count increased by 7%. Bitcoin's market value also rose significantly. The leading cryptoassets market capitalization grew by 7.6% to $786 billion, and average transaction fees rose by an astronomical 75.6% as network demand is back on the rise. The Bitcoin network security also saw a nice boost week over week, indicating miner optimism is returning. While hash rate only grew by 1%, the amount of BTC and miner wallets grew by 7.5%. Moreover, Bitcoin's miner outflow to revenue ratio dropped by 1%, suggesting that miners are holding on to more coins than they are offloading. Now let's start with news of the world. After backlash from many in Parliament, the European Parliament's Markets and Crypto Assets Bill dropped paragraph 61.9c, which many interpreted to be a ban on BTC, ETH, and other proof-of-work crypto assets. Specifically, the paragraph stated that no crypto assets could be created, sold, or traded after 2025 if they used environmentally unsustainable consensus mechanisms. The bill would require the European Central Bank to establish uniform rules for crypto asset service providers and issuers at EU level, which would serve as a regulatory framework for crypto across the EU, a feat that other nations are struggling to accomplish. Great news come from Lugano, Switzerland. The city of Lugano is preparing to make BTC and USDT legal tender and allow citizens to pay for public service fees or taxes in Bitcoin, adopting the Polygon network as the official blockchain network. The city has already worked with over 200 merchants to propel the adoption of BTC and Lightning payments. City Director Pietro Peretti said the project provisions the creation of two investment funds. The first fund will allocate up to $3.2 million to foster the adoption of BTC, USDT, and LVGA, the city's stablecoin worth 1/100th of a Swiss franc, which will also be legal tender in Lugano. The second represents the formation of a pool of funds of up to $108.6 million for Bitcoin and blockchain startups that wish to relocate and set up their headquarters in the city and bring personnel to the Swiss town. The project will create a specialized academic curriculum on Bitcoin and Lightning in a partnership with local universities to increase the skills of young students in these new technologies. Bitcoin and blockchain education efforts will also include the creation of 500 student grants to create a skillful and specialized workforce. Lugano also plans to start mining BTC via renewable energy sources. Hash rate of the BTC mining company Gem Mining increased by 23% month over month in February to 1% of the total network, after increasing its active fleet of miners by 22%. However, Gem's production fell by 10% month over month due to an increase in global hash rate and the impact of Gem temporarily pausing miners to support community needs for extra power. Braiins, the BTC software company behind Slushpool, started Hashrate for Ukraine, an initiative allowing users to donate some of their hash rate to Ukrainian efforts. Donations will go directly to the non-governmental organization known as the Return Alive Foundation. Braiins already donated over 10 bitcoins and 2.5 petahashes of hash rate to the initiative. The Return Alive Foundation's BTC wallet has already seen $5.8 million in BTC donations. Self-custodial wallet, MetaMask, accidentally banned Venezuelan user access on March 3. The MetaMask support page updated wording to say MetaMask and Infura are unavailable in certain jurisdictions due to legal compliance. The Infura Twitter account said, "In changing some configurations as a result of the new sanctions directives from the US and other jurisdictions, we mistakenly configured the settings more broadly than they needed to be. This was our oversight, and we are grateful that it was pointed out to us. Once we determined what happened, we were able to fix the problem, and service has been restored." The blunder raised concerns among Web3 users about the centralization of a key tool for the decentralized use of crypto. Decentralized Autonomous Organization, Ukraine raised 2,258 Ethereum, valued at $6.7 million, in an auction of a Ukrainian-flagged NFT to support the Come Back Alive campaign in Ukrainian war relief. Ukraine DAO was founded by Ukrainian activist Alona Shevchenko, after connecting with members of the digital collective Pleaser DAO. The DAO raised funds from several sources, including a 500 Ethereum donation from adult website, OnlyFans. All who donated will receive a proof of attendance protocol NFT to commemorate their support for the cause. The UK's Financial Conduct Authority announced that it has opened over 300 cases relating to crypto businesses over the past 6 months. The cases relate to businesses not being registered with the Financial Authority or potential scams. Executive Director Sarah Pritchard said, "Consumers need to have confidence when making investment decisions, and the data we've published today shows how prevalent scams can be." NBA star Michael Jordan's Solana app Air dropped its first from a larger collection named Six Rings NFTs to offer access passes to its Web3 fan engagement platform. The NFTs cost 2.3 SOL, $213 per piece. In the exchange stock market, the assets under management of all US-based BTC futures ETFs grew except for BITS, which saw a negligible 0.5% drop. BITO saw the biggest AUM gain with 7.3%, followed by BTF, plus 6.7%, and XBTF, plus 5.3%. After the ETFs traded at a roughly plus 1% premium to NAV last week, they flipped trends to trade at a discount between minus 2.8% and minus 4.6% to NAV this week. Trading volume also increased for all US-based BTC futures ETFs except for BTF, which dropped by minus 17% to $5.5 million. XBTF saw the biggest increase in volume, plus 218%, followed by BITS, plus 111%, and BITO, plus 7.8%. Meanwhile, in the decentralized finance universe, Luna-based Anchor Protocol total value locks surged to an all-time high of $14.2 billion after a $450 million contribution from the Luna Foundation Guard to refill the protocol's yield reserves. In January, depositors exited the platform over fears that the approximately 20% fixed reward on stablecoin USD deposits would soon become infeasible. The yield is powered by a reserve that covers rewards when the protocol's fees from its interest rate spread do not generate enough funds. However, in February, the Luna Foundation Guard contributed $450 million to refill the protocol's reserves and support the reward rate. Anchor reserves currently sit around $476 million and deplete approximately by $2 million daily. The community has engaged in discussions over the past month to engineer new methods for ensuring the stability and longevity of a 20% reward rate. Cosmos-powered decentralized exchange Osmosis implemented superfluid staking as part of its carbon upgrade. Superfluid staking allows liquidity providers to utilize their Atom to Osmo positions in validating the Osmosis network. This provides additional token rewards on top of LP rewards and contributes to the security of the network. The DEX reached an all-time high TVL of $1.8 billion over the past week. Despite war tensions' effect on the macro market, Osmosis Governance Token has shown resilience in price, trading hands at $10.70 at publication and boasting a 31% change in price over the past 30 days. Stablecoin PEG support. Afra Finance launched Vader staking vaults to enable participants to earn locked Afra governance tokens. Vader is the governance token of Vader Protocol, which seeks to create a hybrid decentralized stablecoin ecosystem. Frax Finance deployed the token contract for its CPI-pegged stablecoin FPI. The token has not yet been distributed. Phantom TVL decreased by 20% to $11.5 billion over the past 24 hours, signaling that farmers of the Solidly Governance token are migrating off of the network after a week of four-figure reward rates. Harmony Native DEX, FE Kingdoms, announced the Perilous Journey campaign in preparation for the launch of its new realm, Crystal Vale, on the Avalanche network. Participants can send their hero NFTs on a risky venture in hopes of an airdrop of the new Crystal token upon launch. Following a week which saw a strong run-up in price, the Terra network, powered by the network's Luna asset, has become the second largest network by staked value with over $29 billion in Luna staked. The asset is up 80% in the past 8 days, undergoing a massive surge which coincided with major developments in the war between Russia and Ukraine, as well as the collapse of the Russian ruble, particularly interesting as Terra is optimized for the use and distribution of stablecoins. As a result, Luna flipped both ADA and SOL in circulating market cap, and now sits as the 7th most valuable crypto asset by market cap. This is all for today. The text version is in the description. Thank you for supporting our channel. Use this information wisely, stay sharp and illuminated. If you enjoy this session, please support our channel by clicking like and subscribe, and we will keep you updated with the news.